Okay, get yourself ready for your restorative practice. Have a blanket over your normal mat just for comfort and warmth, both of which are priorities with this practice. So make sure that you're going to be warm enough. Have a folded blanket for underneath your head. Have a bolster underneath your knees. If you haven't got a bolster, you can just use some cushions underneath your knees, and then have a couple of blocks for underneath your feet. Oh, I don't think I've put my microphone on, just bear with me. The sound a little bit. There you go. You should be able to hear me more clearly. So just get yourself ready for our basic relaxation pose. So have the blocks underneath your feet so that the legs feel secure. I'm going to use a blanket to cover myself up because it gets a bit chilly, because we're just going to be still for a fair old while. Bolster underneath your knees and then guide yourself down. If you're wearing glasses, it's good to take them off just to rest the face. So just cover yourself up. If there's too much light in your eyes, you can cover your eyes with an eye pillow, just ensuring that it feels even over the face, and then allow yourself to gently release into the floor. Just rest into the ground. Just enjoy the feeling of support. Just enjoy the support of the floor. And allow the body to relax. If it feels like you're not 100% comfortable, then adjust your position until you are. So this is a practice of relaxation and release. So comfort is paramount. Feel the body as it connects to the ground. Feel the body supported by the bolster and the blocks and the blanket. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet. So that they become consciously activated. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet and allow the soles of the feet to completely soften. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet and allow the soles of the feet to completely relax. Allow the soles of the feet to completely relax. Draw your attention to the tops of your feet. Observe the skin tingling on the top of the foot. Relaxing the tops of the feet, sinking the tops of the feet into the bones. Draw your attention into your shins and allow the fronts of the shins to sink into the bed of the calf muscle. Letting go of the shins, letting go of the feet and the soles of the feet. Let the fronts of the shins sink into the backs of the calves. Draw your attention into your kneecaps and the thighs. Draw your attention into your kneecaps and your thighs, sinking the shins into the bed of the calf muscle and consciously relax the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. Allow the legs to sink into the floor. Just let the legs become completely idle, letting go of any hold or control over the legs. Draw your attention into the pelvis and into the abdomen. Just sinking into the floor with each exhalation. Allow the thighs to sink into the backs of the thighs, the fronts of the thighs sinking into the backs of the thighs, releasing the kneecaps. Soften the abdomen with the out-breath, allowing the tension from the lower body to just drift out of the body with the out-breath. Soften the abdomen with the out breath and allow the chest to sink into the floor. Soften the abdomen and the ribs around the rib cage. Bring in a gentleness to the pose. Finding that blissful, effortless point of relaxation. Take a deep inhalation and then soften the shoulders into the floor. Soften the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to completely relax into the ground. Soften the shoulders and the throat. Allow the physical body to become heavy. Allow the upper arms to soften in the sockets. Allow the joint between the upper arm and the lower arm to soften. And keep the breath deep and soft. Soften the palms of the hands and the fingers. Soften the forearms and the shoulders. There's additional weight on the back of the body. Just feel that the physical body is ready for relaxation. Soften the throat, soften the expectation, just enjoy this feeling of relative quietness. Consciously soften your neck. Soften the neck and the throat, allowing the body to sink into the floor. Keep your eyes closed if they're already closed. Close them if they're not. Allowing yourself to surrender into the straight line of the floor. Enjoying how this practice revives your flagging energy. Just allowing the body to just surrender into the moment. When you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have the feet apart and the knees together. And then very gently roll over onto your right side, just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out your top leg, come back up into cross legs. Just hold onto your knees, lift up into your chest. Just observe your energy, how your energy has revived itself just from our relaxation so far. Okay, we're going to open up the side around the shoulders and the neck with our side lying stretch. So have a bolster with your with a blanket on top of it for your head, and then get your bolster. I prefer an oblong bolster for this, but your other bolster will be fine as well. You're just going to come onto your side. Your knees are bent, so you bend your knees like this, and then you stretch out your side along the bolster and then bring your head onto the brick and then stretch the top arm over your head and then relax. So the bolster should be in the armpit chest region. Just once you're in position, just make sure that you're comfortable and then allow the body to completely relax. So as you know, as we progress into our sequence, I'll speak less and less so that you can just relax and not have to listen. As you breathe, try and breathe evenly into both lungs. Bring the top arm back to rest on the hip. Push the bottom elbow into the floor and then just sit yourself up and cross legs. Just observe how your energy has changed, how maybe the energy feels uneven. So we'll do both sides to level that out. So sit on your other hip, your other side. Again, just bending the knees gently. Stretch out along the bolster. Have your shoulder onto the floor. Have your head on the blanket and on the block. And then stretch the top arm over your ear and rest down into the floor. So enjoy the feeling of just letting go, allowing the body to completely release. So this practice just transforms our energy, bringing lightness where there was tiredness, bring in lightness where there was dullness. So again, just surrendering into the pose, surrendering into gravity. Okay, bring the top arm back, just rest on the hip, push your bottom elbow into the floor, and then bring yourself up into cross legs. Observe how your energy has balanced itself out. Just focus on listening to your breath for a moment. Okay, so we're going to do our restorative pigeon pose. So you need a bolster long ways like this, and then one along this way like that. If you haven't got two bolsters, then you can put just some cushions along, along where this bolster is here. So you're just going to come up onto your knees, and then you bring your right knee forwards, and then you bring the right foot over to the left side, so just in front of the left knee, and then you bring that right knee back down onto the floor so that the calf is basically between the two bolsters. And then you just come down onto the bolster, and then you rest down into the floor. So if you don't find this comfortable, you can put an extra lift underneath the thigh. Just see if you can find some comfort. The hips should be relatively level. Don't worry too much if they're a little unlevel, but if it feels really unlevel, then put another lift underneath the body bolster. So just make sure that you're kind of well covered for warmth, and then allow yourself to rest into the floor. So this is a really nice hip opener. So you won't stay quite as long in this one, as it can be a little more challenging. But try and relax into it. So you have your head on the side, the chin in the same direction as your bent knee. Okay, push your hands into the floor, underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up into just up, so your arms are straight, and then bend your front knee forward so that you basically straddle your bolster, and then sit back on your bolster. So the body bolster. Just observe your energy. Okay, and then we will do the other side. So again, just kneeling in front of the bolster. This time we're going to bring our left leg forwards, and then walk that left leg over to the right side, and then bring the knee down onto the floor, and then lengthen yourself along the bolster, and then have your arms at the sides, bend elbows, and then rest your head on the other side this time, so that you're always resting your head with the chin in the same direction as the bent knee. So it might feel different on this side. Just observe that, just listen. Just allow yourself to gently release into the floor. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up, and then bring the straight leg forward so that you bend the knee. Just straddle the bolster for a moment. Just observe how Feel openness around the neck and around the shoulders and around the hips. And then just move the bolster from behind you. We're going to come down into our restorative surfboard pose. So get the block and your blanket for your head. Just have the bolster away so you can fit your head between the end of the bolster and the blanket, and then just cover yourself up for warmth, and then guide yourself down along the bolster so that your chin is free of the end of the bolster. Rest your forehead down on the block and then rest down into the floor. Just allow the body to completely relax. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and gently push yourself up. Just come back down onto your knees, sit back on your heels for a moment. Observe the energy that you have released, that lightness of energy that comes through our relaxation and through the long held poses. And then just sit yourself in cross legs. Just sit directly on the bolster. Come into cross legs with the hands in Namaste. Final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you've released through your practice. Good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. acknowledge the positive energy you've created around the heart area, and then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb, a gesture of wisdom, of physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry with us into our evening. And then raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you've really lifted your energy and given yourself just a really good level of quiet and quietening yet energising, peaceful energy that you can put into a relaxing evening. Thank you very much for joining me.